Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel Salesforce AI Champions. Today I'll be going to talk about how to create OmniScript in standard new designer of Salesforce. So in the last session I have talked about the comparison between the old managed package designer versus the new standard designer, and today I'll be going to talk about and demonstrate how we can create a new OmniScript in the standard OmniScript designer, new standard OmniScript designer. And I'll be talk about what are the new features got added and what is the differences between the old managed package designer of OmniScript versus the new one. So before get started, please do like, share, subscribe my YouTube channel. So let me just show you this data table and the differences from the old managed package versus the new standard designer. And as I in the last session I have already discussed this one, what are the key differences between these two designer. And old designer used Angular JS, which is called deprecated in the new designer, which only uses the lightning web components. Then the key factor is the performance. So performance got significantly improved in the standard new standard designer, and I'll be just going to demonstrate that in some time. Like FlexCard and OmniScript and integration procedure activation time got increased by 7x, and I'll be just going to demonstrate that in little bit. And so this is the interface of the old managed package designer, in which that velocity CMT managed package got installed in this org. But in this new designer, let me just create a new OmniScript. So on clicking on this new, I just need to provide the OmniScript name. Let me just demonstrate for creating a simple case record from the OmniScript. So create case OmniScript, and let me just provide the type as create case OmniScript, and let me just click on save. So this is the new designer. So in the in so this is the new designer, and the in the right side of the designer we can find all the setup configurations, like we can make it reusable, those kind of updation we can just made. And there are cancel options, save for later options, all those setting configurations option we can find in the right panel of the designer. And in the left panel we can find all the elements like groups, data mapper actions, then standard actions. Then we can find display elements, then functions, and then finally input elements. So, and finally we can see these OmniScripts as well. In here all the reusable OmniScripts will be shown. Since currently in this org there are no reusable OmniScript is there, that is why it's showing as blank. And we also have this Einstein feature, Einstein autofill feature, beta version. So I'll be going to demonstrate this as well, like Einstein autofill feature in the later sessions. But today I'll be just going to demonstrate this a new OmniScript designer. And let me just show you the activation first. So this is major change we got in this latest standard designer. So in the earlier, in the managed package designer, if I just click this, kindly this OmniScript is deactivated, and if I just click on activated, it will just take much time while activating the OmniScript. And uh, we can see it's compiling, deploying LWC, then it will be getting done and will be activated. So it's taking lot time, like 20-30 seconds it's taking. So finally it's activated, like it's almost take 30 seconds. Now if for the OmniScript new designer, if I just click on this, we can see this activate button. And if I just click on this activate, and it will just ask for a pop-up like after you activated the OmniScript, you can't edit it. So I'll be just click on OK, and on just clicking on it we can see that it got activated. So this is the major significant change we can find in the standard new designer. This activation time got significantly improved, and it's almost 7x time faster, and it's applicable for deactivation as well. And like for in the old managed package designer, if I just click on this deactivate, it will take much time as well, like 10 seconds at least it will take to deactivate, and we can see it taking some time while deactivating. But in the OmniScript new designer, if I just click on deactivate, it will just ask for this pop-up, and I'll be just confirmation, I'll be just click on OK, and within a blink of an eye we can just we can see that it's got deactivated. So this is the major change we received in the standard designer. And in the step element, for the time being I'll be just adding few fields. Like I want to just show you the demonstrate, like we can just how we can just utilize this OmniScript to create a simple case record. That is why I'll be just, and for creating a case record in Salesforce there are some required fields are necessary. Required fields are there, like for case status, then case priority. Those are the key values we just need to pass. That is why I'll just search for like text area. For case subject we just need to provide the case subject. Then we just want to use this select. So select, in here I'll be just using the priority and then case status. Okay, let me just update the text area, and let me just provide it the element name as case subject, and providing the label as case subject. And in the select element I'll be just providing the element name as case priority, and I'll just make it required. And in option source I'll be just make it manual, and I'll just add a few values manually, like high, priority as high. Then I'll be just click on save and new. So I want to just add another value like medium, and I want to just make this medium value as default. That is why I'm just choosing this checkbox as true, this default value checkbox, and I'll be just click on OK. And finally we can just clone this element as well, to like we want to just add another field like case status. And in the case status, this is the label, and we just want to update the value like case status as new, and we want to just update the value again, like this is working, another case status, and we are just good to go. And just we just need to update the new as the default value instead of this working. That is why I just selected the new as the default as true. And let me just and finally what we can do, we can just add the data mapper action to save the record back into the Salesforce. After capturing the user case details from the user, we want to save the record, right? So we can use this data mapper post action. So if we just create a data mapper post action, so it will just take the omni JSON data directly, and we can just use the quick match feature in the data mapper to create the mappings very faster way. So let me just provide the name as create case dear post, and let me just click on new data mapper, and I'll be just providing the name as create case dear post, and I'll be just click on save. And after saving we can be redirected to this new data mapper designer. And I have already shown the in the earlier session like how we can just create records in Salesforce using this data mapper extract and then data mapper load, and I also demonstrated like data mapper extracts as well to fetch the record from the Salesforce in the last session. And if you have not watched that video, I'll be adding that tutorial link in this YouTube description. So for the time being, we just need to provide our object name as case since we want to create a case record. And in the mapping, as I was talking about, like we can see on clicking on this manage input and output type, we can already see that this JSON automatically generated, this input JSON got automatically generated for us since we created this data mapper load directly from the OmniScript. And we can see that under the step 1 element, we can see all the case fields like case priority, case status, case subject. These are the fields got automated. This JSON got automatically generated for us. So I'll be just click on this quick match and I'll be just click on this auto match, and we can see that okay, somehow this auto match not working. And okay, let me just create the new mappings as well, like from the subject, case, subject, and I'll be just click on save and new to another, add another, then status, and finally then priority, case priority, and add. So this is how we can just add a few mappings for the case, and we are good to go. There are no activation needed for the data mappers. So I'll just go back to the OmniScript. And so another key thing we can just I can just mention that we can, on clicking on this hide the list panel, this list panel option, we can do some uh, the disabling element, we can those kind of stuffs we can just do, like and this should be in deactivated mode. The OmniScript should be deactivated mode in order to disable that element. So like this is the eye icon is available, and we can see that this is the data mapper post action. So on clicking on this eye icon, I can just deactivated the element, and we can see the pop-up message like element deactivated successfully. So those kind of stuffs we can do, like this step element, since we can also hide this step element as well. So this is how we can just hide and disable the element as per our need, or as per our testing requirements to test out a specific element. And that's all. And we are good to go at least. And on clicking on this preview, like we can see, and on clicking on this new version, we can just create a new version of this OmniScripts. Then on clicking on this drop down, like how to import and export those kind of uh, stuffs I'll be covering in the later session, like how we can just import and export in the new OmniScript in this new standard designer from the OmniJSON data JSON pack. So those kind of stuffs I'll be talk about in the later session. So for the timing, I'll be just click on preview, and case subject, and we can see that this time the case got created, and we can see that from the action debugger we can receive the response, and this is the created case. So let me just search with this case record ID, and if I just paste it back, and we can see that this case got created, and it's having this subject line as test case subject. Then this is the auto generated case number, and we can see this case status, then we can see this case priority as well. So this is how we can just leverage this OmniScript new standard designer to just create a new case record. And I'll be covering more sessions of these OmniScripts, like how we can just leverage these expression sets in the OmniScript new designer, then how we can just use PDF actions to create a document from the within the using the OmniScript data, then how we can just leverage this Einstein autofill beta feature. So those kind of uh, sessions I'll be covering, and I'll be uploading more tutorials on OmniScript. I'll be uploading more tutorials like on like OmniStudio, Salesforce, and Data Cloud topic. So please stay tuned, and if you like this video, please do like, share, subscribe my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.